Yes, I can make it now. The pain is gone.
Yes, my people, God know. R.I.P. to Jimmy Cliff, you understand? Yeah, man, him pass away, so you know, so we I say R.I.P. to Jimmy Cliff. You see what me I say, my people? People, me just have two clip of more run to for all you know what I mean? Because this is a message straight to Angie Holness. You understand? So if you do better and be a better leader or just get the hell out of office. You understand? Well, anyway, we have to go wait. I don't know why them elect back this regime back into office. You understand? But RIP to Jimmy Cliff. You understand, people? So people, I don't know if you do already. Click the free subscribe button and we're on the road to 11,000 subscribers. You understand? Do the right thing. You understand, my people?
I wanted to share that one of our great legend, Mr. Jimmy Cliff, Sir Jimmy Cliff, has transitioned over to the other side, many rivers to cross. Yeah, what a legend, straight out of Jamaica. I remember the first time I saw the movie, The Harder They Come. I was young, this was like in the 70s. And his songs are so positive and so motivational. The song that I heard first was The Harder They Come, The Harder They Fall. They tell me of a pie up in the sky waiting for me when I die. But between the day you born.
Yes, my people. You don't know, say the female just show a little gratitude. You see me? Boy, may I tell you. And I hear me about you mean my mouth. But yo, big up to Jimmy Cliff. You understand them man, they sing all kind of good song, you see me? Nah, like Jimmy Cliff. Real legend, you see me? Real legend. Me nah lie, man. Do all the movie and all of these things, my people, which is a good thing, you see me? Whole heap of things in my deal with my people. So big up to Jimmy Cliff, you understand? God no, may I tell you the truth. What more can we say? The great legend is gone. Jimmy Cliff. So I'm gonna play some song for Jimmy Cliff. 1 minute of silence for Jimmy Cliff. Yeah, man, big up Jimmy Cliff, man. But you hear me now? You have something to tell Angie Holness, you understand? Yeah, man, this is a message straight to Angie Holness. You understand? Nah, lie. Run this clip.
People know when something is not right. I am standing here today to tell you this truth. No leader should loan help in a time of suffering. Help must be given, not rented. Help must be offered, not measured. Help must be free, not chained with conditions. Your Prime Minister says Jamaica needs to manage resources. I agree, but not by charging the poor for basic emergency power, not by turning relief equipment into a business, not by treating disaster victims like customers. Jamaica, if the world can give freely, why can't your own leader do the same? And let me tell you something from my heart. If Jamaica needs generators, if Jamaica needs help, I will give them. I will not loan anything to the people of this island. I will give. Because solidarity is not a contract. Solidarity is love. Solidarity is humanity. Solidarity is what connects Africa and Jamaica, one blood, one history, one struggle, one future. You deserve leaders who help without hesitation. You deserve leaders who put the people first before the dollars, before the politics, before the speeches. When Hurricane Melissa hit, you did not wait for a loan to help each other. You did not ask your neighbors to pay you back. You did not check bank accounts before you saved lives. You acted with heart. You acted with courage. You acted with the spirit of Marcus Garvey, the spirit of Nani of the Maroons, the spirit of a people who know how to survive what others cannot even imagine. So why can't your leader show the same spirit? Why can't he act like you? Jamaica, I am not here to replace your leaders. I am here to remind them and remind you that leadership must feel your pain, not charge you for it. And the day a leader asks his suffering people to borrow help, that leader has forgotten the meaning of service. I promise you this. Africa will not turn its back on Jamaica. We have seen your courage, we have seen your resilience, and we will stand with you freely, strongly, proudly. Jamaica, open your hearts and listen, because what I say now is not against your people, it is for your people. You suffered under a hurricane that tore roofs from houses, pushed trees into the sea, destroyed roads, destroyed schools, destroyed everything that families built with their bare hands. And still, you stood, you rose, you cleaned your communities together, you cooked food together, you rebuilt together. The whole world watched your strength and said, Jamaicans are unstoppable. But even the strongest people deserve support that is real, support that is honest, support that does not come with strings attached. And when your leader tells you, after all your suffering, that you must borrow the very tools meant to save you, that you must borrow generators that came from donations, I ask myself, where is the heart? Where is the compassion? Where is the responsibility? Let me speak clearly. A generator is not a luxury. A generator is not some entertainment machine that people want for fun. A generator is survival. It keeps hospitals alive. It keeps newborn babies breathing. It keeps medication cold for those who need insulin. It keeps water pumps running. It keeps the elderly safe. It keeps families from living in dangerous darkness. So how can something so essential be given to the people only as a loan? Jamaica, when a government starts asking its people to return the tools of survival, something is wrong, deeply wrong. It means they see suffering as a transaction. It means they see disaster response as a budget line. It means they see their people not as human beings but as clients. This is not leadership, this is accounting. And I must ask, if donations came freely, who decided they should now be loaned? Who signed the paper that changed a gift into a rental? Who benefits from this? Which office? Which department? Which pocket? You have the right to ask this question. You have the right to demand answers. I heard stories of families who stood in long lines at community centers, waiting all day for help, only to be told, we cannot give you a generator unless you agree to return it in perfect condition. Perfect condition? After a hurricane? How can a people fighting for their life promise perfect condition? Even the wind could break it. Even the rain could damage it. Is survival now a commitment form? Is safety now dependent on paperwork? Jamaica, your ancestors did not survive slavery so their descendants could beg for electricity after a hurricane. Your ancestors did not fight colonizers so you could sign contracts for power in your own land. You are a proud people, a strong people, so why must you be treated as if you are asking for something that does not belong to you? And let me tell you this, when leaders truly care for their citizens, they do not place conditions on mercy. They do not calculate generosity. They do not measure compassion. They give fully, freely, and fearlessly because service is not optional, it is sacred. When Burkina Faso faced disaster, we shared what we had. Even if it was small, we shared. Even if it hurt us, we shared. Because leadership means giving, not guarding. Leadership means protecting, not profiting. Leadership means shining light, not renting it out. I promise you again, if Jamaica needs generators, if Jamaica needs solar lights, if Jamaica needs engineers, if Jamaica needs medical tents, we will send them freely, not as a loan, not as a temporary opportunity, not as a political photo moment, as a gift from African hearts to Jamaican hearts. We will send them because when you suffer, Africa suffers. When you stand, Africa stands. When you cry, Africa hears. And when you rise, Africa celebrates. But Jamaica, listen carefully, you must demand the same love from your own leaders. You must ask Andrew Holness why the people who survived Hurricane Melissa are now being asked to sign for emergency equipment like they are borrowing items from a store. You must ask him why the donations sent to this island seem to disappear into silence. You must ask him why Jamaicans are treated like they must pay back the price of their own survival. This is not about anger. This is about dignity. This is about justice. This is about respect for the blood and sweat you gave while rebuilding your island with your own hands. After a hurricane, people should receive help with open hands, not open bills. Jamaica, you are not a debtor, you are not a consumer, you are not beggars, you are resilient warriors, born from the fire of history, carrying the spirit of survivors who refuse to bow. And as long as I live, I will remind the world of that truth. Jamaica, I want you to think about something very important. When a hurricane comes, it does not ask if you are rich or poor. It does not ask which party you support. It does not ask where you live. It destroys everything in its path. So why should the help that follows be divided, restricted, limited, or loaned? Why should the nation's recovery depend on who can fill out forms, who has connections, who can return equipment, who can speak loudly enough to be heard? After a disaster, every Jamaican should be helped equally without conditions. But instead, I hear stories that trouble my heart. Stories of communities that waited for days because the government said resources were limited. Stories of shelters where children slept with no light because the generator at the family understood.
There you go, folks. Powerful speech right there from Iba Abichu. What his name again? I remember his name, name hard to pronounce. Yeah, me soon remember it. But anyway, people, that's a powerful speech from him right there, the African leader. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, him definitely, that's what you call a speech right there. Make Andrew Holness know what's going on. You understand me, people? Yeah, that's all I have for you today. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think about the speech from Ibarbi Chu or something like that in name. You understand me, people? Anyway, hit the free subscribe button. We're on the road to 11,000 subscribers. You understand? Do the right thing.
One Uptown TV. Yo, enough there, me I represent. Da, 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 da. Bang.